Come with me as I take you to some of my favourite cities on a long weekend. Buongiorno tutti! Together we'll explore the places I love. Oh, Palermo! What a beauty you are. Oh, my word. Madrid is next to heaven. And discover places new. We put the vroom vroom into Milano. Oh, my. This is astonishing. From Stockholm to Lisbon, we'll raise a glass,
Sold.
and enjoy great food. Pork that melts in your mouth. I don't think there's any delicate way of eating it.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll leave the tourist trail behind. Every bone in my body has been shaken. My goodness, we are on the ice.
Yes.
Oh, my word. We are tacking. And seek out special places to stay. The view of Prague is magnificent. Along the way, we'll make new friends. Do you mind if we do a selfie?
Really?
And memories to last a lifetime. I think I shall always remember this. This is a beautiful moment. I have rarely seen such opulence. What an amazing sight. I am loving this. I can't wait to show you more. It's my final full day in Portugal's stimulating capital. This ancient city has embraced the modern world with gusto. Today, I continue to enjoy the many charms of the city of Lisbon. Sitting on the mighty Tagus River, where it flows into the Atlantic, Lisbon was once the centre of a global empire, and culturally, that still enriches the city today. So far, I've scaled its many hills. Lisbon is a city of panoramas and views, isn't it? Taken to the ocean waves. We've got the wind in our sail. Boy, this is the way to go. And explored the city after dark. So we're going to go and hunt for a clandestine Chinese restaurant.
Correct.
You'll know the way, I think.
I know the way. Let's go.
Today, I'll learn how peasants with sticks helped to defeat the Spanish. He can defend my village anytime. Savour a fiery chicken recipe. Whoa! And discover a cake shop with global ambition. Is this the best chocolate cake in the world?
This is the best chocolate cake in the world, yes.
That looks very naughty indeed. On my final morning, I returned to the riverside district of Belém, west of the city centre. The historic navigators who set sail from here to Asia, Africa and the Americas are commemorated by this towering monument of the discoveries. It's interesting to speculate whether people are conditioned by the seas that surround them. Portugal faces the Atlantic. Spain does too, but a large part of it is onto the Mediterranean. But the Portuguese face this fierce ocean, which dumps vast amounts of rain on the coast. And I would say that in general, by comparison with the Spanish, they are much less gregarious in public. Are they perhaps subdued by a strong prevailing westerly wind? Perhaps an exception to that rule is this rather energetic group of martial art aficionados.
Oh God!
They're practicing a discipline of stick fighting that originated in Portugal's mountainous north around 700 years ago. Pretty exciting stuff.
Oh God!
Feels very vicious, but also extremely controlled and disciplined. You sometimes see displays of stick fighting, known as jogo de pau, at fiestas. The man in charge is a sprightly 70-year-old Master Nuno. Although it's very formalised, there's fantastic energy in there. Real will to survive and win. Bravo. He can defend my village anytime.
Hello.
Master Nuno, I'm Michael.
Nuno.
Hello, Michael. I'm Stefan.
Very good to see you. First of all, may I see what you're using here, what your weapon is? And this goes back to the medieval times.
Yeah.
Why were people using sticks instead of swords?
Os ricos usavam espadas, os pobres usavam pau.
People who could afford, they would use steel, and the poor would use the sticks.
Were these weapons ever used in battle?
Sim, na Batalha de Aljubarrota, o povo, o rei não dava armas ao povo.
Aljubarrota was a battle between Portugal and Spain, I think.
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
And Portugal won.
Portugal ganhou.
Yes.
Exactly.
Fought in 1385, when troops on both sides were armed with swords and spears. Portuguese peasants, equipped only with sticks, assumed the role of foot soldiers. Despite being outnumbered 4-1, the Portuguese prevailed.
Defende. Dois.
By the 20th century, the art of jogo de pau was all but lost from Portugal's rural communities. Recently, Master Nuno has spearheaded a revival that has lifted the number of fighters to around 300.
Diga-lhe para ele segurar aqui.
Can you hold the stick with your right hand? Yeah.
With my right hand.
Yeah.
Make that 301. Oh, didn't know he was going to do that. Okay, one more time. Master Nuno clearly takes no prisoners.
Okay. Fecha aqui.
With me.
Can you follow, Master?
Yes.
1 and 2. 2.
Yeah.
Yes. Tá.
Go! He makes it look easy.
Here. Please, defend. Yeah.
Oh.
No. I stop here. No.
Thank you, Maestro. That was a good morning workout. Excellent. Thank you so much. What a very interesting spectacle. A very old custom kept alive by a very few, but harking back to some very important moments of Portuguese history. Moments when peasants with sticks beat off the invading Spaniards.
Saúde.
Thank you. My Lisbon long weekend continues on the banks of the broad Tagus River. Another of my recommendations for your visit is this striking monument that marks Portugal's age of discovery, as well as noting its colonial past. This 52-metre-high monument celebrates Portugal's extraordinary role in globalisation. It has a procession of explorers from the 15th and 16th century who are headed by Henry the Navigator. Under his inspiration, Portugal developed a sleek new style of ship known as a caravel, which is represented here in the monument. And that pushed out into the Atlantic and landed sailors all the way down the west coast of Africa. Another of the explorers represented here was Vasco da Gama. He sailed from here, from Portugal, all the way around the southern tip of Africa and landed in India and returned. These men conquered the oceans, and they gave us the world that we know today. By the 16th century, Portugal was the most prosperous nation in the world, following its feats of navigation, and the conquest of indigenous peoples, millions of whom were enslaved. The influence of the old empire is still felt today. For instance, my lunch is a dish that's thought to have originated in Portugal's southern African colonies, and it has spread like wildfire. Some claim that it's the new national dish of Britain. Piri is thought to date back to the 15th century, when Portuguese settlers in Mozambique and Angola took the chili peppers, which they found there called bird's eye chili peppers, and they mixed them with red wine vinegar and with paprika and with garlic to produce a spicy sauce, which these days is strongly associated with chicken. Up yet another steep hill in Lisbon's Príncipe Real district, I find an unassuming restaurant popularised on social media. On your visit, you could join the food bloggers and TikTokers who flock here for its piri piri. And now it's my turn to discover the dish that inspired a global chicken chain.
Hello.
Hello, it's Michael.
Who are you?
It's Michael.
Ah, okay.
Is that Sonia?
Yeah.
Hello, Sonia.
Hello.
You look magnificent. You're all ready for cooking.
I see your photos. You are always with the beautiful colors, you know?
Well, I try. And you're in black.
I'm always in black. Come in.
No, thank you so much.
Welcome.
This one-woman operation is run by Sonia, who gave up a 27-year career in fashion to pursue a passion for piri-piri barbecue. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay, you are perfect.
Okay, I pass muster.
Come in.
Right. It's usually open only in the evening. I've come for a late lunch to learn the secrets of her sauces.
Normally, when you grill the chicken, majority of the people doing butter and garlic. Then you can put other things, you know.
The basic piri-piri sauce includes red wine vinegar, olive oil, herbs, and plenty of chilies. Ooh,
You okay?
look at these quantities that go in.
No, this is not too much. And it's not strong, okay?
Marvelous aromas.
Smell good.
Yeah.
And you have to do like this or like this.
Oh, do you?
But need salt.
Oh, that's on its weight.
It's strong.
Whoa! No,
you need
I was
salt?
fooled because at the beginning
Okay.
you don't get the heat, and then wow, the spiciness hits you. That's on its way to being a great sauce. Whilst the dish simmers, there are more sauces to try. I love that.
Do you like? I like
With
a
the
lot
citrus
too.
flavours, that's marvellous.
Yeah. And this is a little bit more strong. If you can feel the difference.
Yeah, I think that one's right. Oh, I can feel it stinging on my lips.
You need, right?
Yes.
And it's like Portugal, like this.
This is just to
Okay.
cleanse the
Yeah.
palate. And with a final check of the flavour,
And it's ready.
I leave Sonia to fire up the grill. There are chickens and sausages and ribs. Sonia has completed her sauces and has made a beautiful display of rice and salad. She's singing a lot. She's in very, very fine voice. And outside, an expectant queue has formed. Amongst them, two brothers and a cousin on a long weekend break. How have you found Lisbon?
We've really enjoyed it.
And why are you in this queue, which hasn't moved yet?
So we've been reading a lot of the reviews about this fantastic barbecue joint with a wonderful lady inside.
She has sauces of varying spiciness.
We like spicy, say no more.
Maximum spice.
Maximum spice. Okay,
We like the challenge.
she can do that for you.
Hello, how are you? Tell me what you want.
For just a few euros, you can choose from grilled meats, salads, and rice.
Are you sure that you want a big or a small?
Big.
Yeah?
While customers consider their orders, I contemplate the banquet before me. Sonia, it's far too much. This is going to be lovely because this is going to be very spicy, then this is going to refresh the mouth.
Yeah.
Sonia really knows what she's doing. Chicken is so moist and tasty and fresh and crispy on the outside. Her spicy sauces are just the perfect accompaniment. Sonia, well done.
It's good.
Absolutely delicious.
I know that you are very polite, but you can eat with the hands, okay?
Oh,
Yeah, of course. What you need, please?
One whole chicken.
Thank you very much.
Sonia is doing her best to serve her customers as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, for some reason, her prehistoric mobile phone hangs by a string in the doorway and rings again and again and again. And Sonia shows no interest in answering it at all. I find it fascinating that this small and unassuming restaurant attracts customers from around the world.
Chicken or too mixed?
Too mixed. Yeah.
Spicy?
Yeah.
Good.
Of course, the dish itself is an historic mix of cultures. Food tells us so much about a nation's history. So here we have spicy food, which comes from Angola and Mozambique, brought back by Portuguese settlers there and by immigrants from those countries. Now, in next door Spain, you also have a cuisine which is influenced by history. So you have Islamic and Jewish influences on Spanish cuisine. But here's an interesting point. Spanish people, on the whole, don't like spicy food, whereas the Portuguese, with their colonial history, are very fond of it. My fabulous feast has defeated me. Sonia, thank
Are you finished all the food?
all the food, finished all of it.
No, it's not true.
I tried. You are amazing. You are a landmark of Lisbon. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You are marvelous.
Good luck for you.
Thank you.
Ciao, take
Bye-bye,
care.
Sonia.
Obrigada.
From fiery fusion cookery to impressive monuments, traces of Portugal's colonial past are plentiful. Walking off my lunch, I return to the district of Belém. Set back from the river, I find one of the city's most majestic religious buildings. The Monastery of St. Jerome and its church. I'm struck by their beauty, but most of all, by their size. They are enormous. They were built at the height of Portugal's Age of Discovery, for an order of monks whose role was to pray for their king and navigators, who enriched Portugal and converted its colonies and conquered peoples to Christianity. Think about the wealth that it took to create these buildings. Portugal is a narrow strip of territory, but when you visit Lisbon, remember that it was the capital of an empire that wrapped around the globe from Southeast Asia to Brazil. Inside, I meet historian George, who works here. Goodness, George, how nice to see you.
Hello, Michael. How are you? Fine.
Very well indeed. I'm overcome by the size of the monastery.
Yes.
And the beauty of the church.
Thank you very much.
And this is a reflection of Portuguese wealth in that time, thanks to the trade, thanks to the colonies, enormous money.
Enormous money. In the beginning, it was the gold that came from the Ghana, because Ghana, the coast of gold, the name is from Portuguese language. During the 15th century, they used the money of the commerce of the spices. 5% of all the money, it was just for the construction of the monastery. It was so a big money.
and that accounts for why we can have such an enormous and richly decorated building. The monastery was commissioned by King Manuel I to house an order of Hieronymite monks who lived a life of solitude and abstinence. Across 100 years of construction, no expense was spared in creating a grand dining room, private chapel, and this enclosed cloister. Oh, George, the cloister is so beautiful, so wonderfully decorated, and 2 stories.
Well, it's a masterpiece.
Yes. This was for the monks.
This was for the monks. It was the place where the monks sit during the days to meditate and contemplate. They have 7 hours of praying and singing, and not to work with hands. That was forbidden.
Good heavens. Before I leave, George has promised to show me something very remarkable. George, the light in the church at this moment is marvelous, and it falls directly upon this crucifixion.
Yes, the idea when they made the monastery is the construction is made in direction of the sun. 2 times a year, the days of the equinox, the sun illuminated the place of Jesus Christ because he is the light of the world for the Christian people.
So I am extraordinarily lucky because I'm visiting
Yes.
very, very close to the equinox. And at this very moment, the light falls in this spectacular way,
Yes.
illuminating the Christ falling into the church.
Yes.
These people built with such precision, didn't they,
Yes.
with such imagination.
Yes.
George, I thank you very much because you've helped me to connect various ideas, in particular to remember how religious people were in this moment, and that the navigators were driven not only by the wish to understand the world and by the wish to become rich, but also because they wanted to spread Christianity around the world. It's the final day of my long weekend in Lisbon. Before I return home tomorrow, there's a list of things to be done. My next stop is 1 hill away from my hotel, bordering the Alfama and Grassa districts. Santo André Hill is often neglected in favour of its popular neighbour, the iconic hill of São Jorge. I've heard that I can have an equally stunning view without having to jostle for position. Up there is the Igreja de Graça, the Church of Grace, and it has in front of it a beautiful panorama with lovely views over the city. And I would love to go there, but the deterrent is 236 steps. But now there is an alternative. A new funicular. For over a century, Lisbon has been served by 3 funiculars. On these ingenious 19th century railways, a cable hauls the vehicle up the city's steep hills. Lisbon's oldest funicular, the Lavra, opened in 1884. Initially powered by water, it still runs today. My compact modern version has recently opened, replacing a funicular that ran 120 years ago, adding a 4th to the city's total. They're a great tourist attraction, but they're also important for local people. They are an important means of public transport. This new one leading up to Grassa has been a long time coming, but it's here now and very welcome. It's open daily from 9 in the morning till 9 at night. Obrigado. And my tip is to board early before the crowds. That funicular ride must be one of the most worthwhile 40 seconds I've ever spent. It's brought me to this marvellous view over the river with the 25th of April bridge and the castle. Each of the 7 hills in Lisbon has its own panorama. You could do worse than to divide your long weekend into 7, averaging just over 2 hills per day. On my final Lisbon morning, I take an early breakfast in my hotel garden adjoining the Castelo São Jorge. I've slept well in my pretty hotel, undisturbed by mating calls. It seems that these peacocks do not mate after dark, unlike human beings, I suppose. Before I leave for the airport, I've a busy morning of souvenir hunting. My first rendezvous is at the popular seaside resort of Carcavelos, 20 minutes by train from Lisbon. Renowned for a golden beach almost a mile long, the town offers a great day trip. It also is one of Portugal's premier surf spots, with an Atlantic swell to suit most abilities. I've come in search of a forgotten fortified wine that once rivaled port as Portugal's main wine export. It was established on this estate by the man responsible for rebuilding Lisbon after the 1755 earthquake. The Marquis of Pombal was an important figure in 18th century Portuguese history. He was the leading minister to the king, and very autocratic and completely ruthless, which has earned him notoriety. But maybe those qualities were needed in the aftermath of the Lisbon earthquake for the rebuilding of the city. Here at Carcavelos, near Lisbon, he built himself a palace and began to produce excellent wine. Today, Carcavelos wine is produced by estate manager Alexandre and his team. Hello, Alexandre.
Michael, how are you?
Great to see you. What a very lovely spot.
Yeah, fantastic place, near the ocean.
And who owns this now? Descendants of the Marquis of Pombal?
No, now this belongs to the state.
Does that make you a civil servant?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it common in Portugal for the state to own vineyards?
I don't know any other project like this. And this is not a wine project, okay? This is a culture project. So when we are opening a bottle of this wine, we are financing a culture, not only drinking wine.
So your wine is a byproduct of a cultural project?
Exactly.
Shall we go and see how your byproduct is made?
Of course. Let's see.
On the far side of the vineyards, we find ourselves in the opulent 18th century garden that surrounds what was the Marquis's palace. When he wasn't rebuilding Lisbon, he studied agriculture and viticulture, experimenting, innovating, and producing on his own lands.
He built his agronomical complex 100 meters from his palace with a winery, the olive mill, the cellar, the barn, and the distillery.
This lovely building ahead of us, which could in itself be a palace, is that where you make the wine?
We are aging the wine here.
So, I mean, not only do you have lovely vineyards and a great deal of history, you also have the most wonderful gardens, palace, and buildings where you age your wine.
It's good to be a civil servant in Wales.
The house and gardens are open every day except Monday between 10 and 6. You can taste wines on Tuesdays and Saturdays if you book ahead. We can smell the wine already, I think.
Yeah.
During the time of the Marquis, Carcavelos wine was popular with the English aristocracy, and so fetched some of the highest prices at auction in the late 18th century. A magnificent display of barrels. This is a most attractive wine cellar. How long do you age the wines here?
Well, for being a Carcavelos wine, we should wait at least 2 years. But we don't put wines in the market with less than 7.
Since its glory days, the wine has declined in popularity due to changing tastes, crop blight, and the encroachment of Lisbon onto agricultural land.
One of our main goals is to recover the region. And nowadays, we are a monopoly.
Yeah.
We are almost the only producer.
But you're a monopoly that doesn't want to be a monopoly.
Yeah.
That's unusual.
we are trying to push other producers, and we are supporting other producers nowadays. And we are opening the doors of our winery, and they can bring the grapes, and they make the wine with us.
Alexandre and his team hope one day to restore Carcavelos to the Premier League of fortified wines, alongside its more well-known Portuguese and Spanish cousins.
It's a sweet and alcoholic wine like port wine or Madeira wine or Xerez or Marsala. Okay, so all of them are fortified wines.
But by comparison with the others, much smaller production, much rarer.
We are producing 50,000 liters a year. It's nothing comparing with other regions, but we are making steps.
Yeah.
So here we have a 7-year blend. Okay, if you do this, you can see the thickness.
Yeah.
In Portugal, we say it the tears of the wine.
Yes.
I think in England, it calls the legs.
It smells a little bit like a sweet sherry, perhaps. Mm-hmm. Very caramelly.
Caramelly.
Yeah.
But at the end, you have this dryness sensation. And that's something quite odd. You are tasting a sweet wine with a dry character.
Excellent. And what's the other one you have here?
Well, let's try this one. This is a 15 years blend. As you can see, the color it's darker.
It is indeed. It's a lovely, rich wine. It rolls over the tongue. It's kind of warming, but I mean not in any way burning. It's a very, very lovely wine, and I'm very struck by the thickness of the liquid. Mm-hmm. The Marquis of Pombal was vicious, and his wine was viscous.
That's a great. Cheers.
Before I leave Lisbon for the airport, there's time for some last-minute shopping. Join me aboard the 28 tram on which our weekend began, to the opposite end of the line, the neighbourhood of Campo de Ourique. My foodie friend Philippa has a local bakery in mind, with a very big claim for an extremely indulgent cake.
This thing here, the pastry shop of the best chocolate cake in the world.
O melhor bolo de chocolate do mundo. That is quite a claim to make.
Yeah, but you will love it.
We will test it.
Bom dia, Carlos.
Olá, bom dia.
Bom dia.
Let me introduce Carlos and Michael.
Hello.
Carlos is the creator, the inventor of the best chocolate cake in the world that you are seeing.
Is this the best
Yes.
chocolate cake in the
This is
world?
the best chocolate cake in the world, yes.
So Carlos, how was this proven? How was this investigated?
You know, I sell only one product, so if I sell only one, I have to say it's the best.
So does it work? Does it bring people to your shop?
Yeah. If you put the best chocolate cake in the world in the window, of course people go and try. They come back, I don't know, but at least once they buy the cake.
Carlos, I'm enjoying knowing you already. May I have, please, and I'm sure you'll have one too, a slice of the best chocolate cake in the world, and could I have a coffee too? Carlos has also released a chocolate-based cookbook. Cannily, he has omitted the recipe for his chocolate cake. That remains an official secret, known only to a handful of his bakers. Thank you, Carlos.
Obrigada.
Okay.
Now, Carlos, who makes this the best chocolate cake in the world?
During many, many years, I did it myself.
Did you?
Yeah. Now I have 12 people to do this, because I sell for all Portugal. I can sell 150 cakes by day.
150 cakes a day?
Yeah. I can sell easily on a Saturday 50 cakes here, just in this shop.
Carlos, congratulations. Time to see whether this cake can possibly live up to its name. Oh, look at that bad boy. That looks very naughty indeed.
Chocolate is very naughty, no?
I heard a crunching sound as you were cutting it. What's the crunch?
It's the meringue.
Meringue. Okay. Carlos, I have been eating chocolate cake over 70 years,
Yeah.
in 5 continents, in 83 countries.
Yeah.
And you claim this is the best in the world.
We will see. We will see.
You are the judge.
It's
What the judge says.
It's pretty amazing. Carlos, that's a great cake. And if someone were coming to Lisbon for a long weekend, would you say that the best chocolate cake in the world was a necessary part of their visit?
It is. It makes his weekend much sweeter. Yes.
For now, my airport taxi can wait. Next, let me whisk you to the stylish Chiado district, whose elegant shopping arcade sits beneath the ruined Carmo convent. Before I make one last purchase, I want to show you this lasting reminder of Lisbon's 1755 earthquake. Sad to say, Spain and Portugal were often at war. A victorious Portuguese general, Pereira, celebrated a victory of his in the 14th century by creating a beautiful church with an adjoining Carmelite monastery. But in 1755, in the earthquake, the monastery was pretty much destroyed and the roof of the church tumbled in with massive loss of life amongst the congregation. And so what we have now is a roofless structure which I shall visit ruefully. Ah, this is magnificent. A really surprising wonder, this beautiful shell of a building. Huh, what a surprise. Attempts to rebuild the church were never realised, and in 1864 it was donated to a local archaeological society. So the ruined church had to be used for something, and more people found that there were pieces of masonry, pieces of church architecture from all over the city that needed a home. What better place than to put them here? And so it has become what it is now, a wonderful open-air museum. There's another reason that you might want to make the pilgrimage. It's believed that after death, if you don't go straight to hell, you pass through purgatory. The time you spend there depends on your number of sins before you proceed to heaven. But by coming through the doors of this church, you earn 40 days of remission for your sins. So I intend to go back out and come back in and go back out and come back in and see how many days off I can clock up. Redevelopment of the area during the 1920s created shop units out of the arcade set into the monastery's wall. Now, there was a debate in the City Council about what to do with the very tiniest of these, and proposals were made upon the one hand and upon the other. In the end, the answer was there at their fingertips. This handy little shop that got the thumbs up is the only one of its kind in Portugal today. Just 1 year shy of its centenary, it's still trading. Run by the very charming Carlos.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Carlos, what a very narrow shop, if you don't mind me saying so.
Yes, it is 4 square meters, yes.
4 square meters?
Yes, it is. It's a very old shopping since 1925. Well, we don't change nothing. We have so many sizes, so many colors, but it's small.
So your stock, your stores don't take up much space?
No, no.
How long have you had the shop?
I'm here since 1974. 50 years, yes.
50 years?
Yes. I'm not so young.
Yeah. You look great. Are you the only glove business like this now in Portugal?
Yes. Yeah. This is the last glove shopping in Portugal.
Yes.
They don't exist anymore.
The gloves are made on site in 7 sizes with classic ranges for the lady and gentleman.
Give us your hand, please.
Oh, yes.
So you have size 8.5.
Whoa, this is even narrower.
The gloves all separated by colors and by sizes. So for you, in this case, for you, it's this box. You need to open the fingers. This is very important.
Oh.
Yes, yes. Then you put a little talco.
To help my hand.
Then you put your elbow on the pillar.
This is so special, Carlos.
Yes, it is.
Ah.
Yes, this is perfect.
Oh, my goodness.
You see?
That fits very well
Exactly
indeed.
your hand.
And how much might a lady or a gentleman expect to pay for a pair of beautiful gloves?
No, it's not so expensive. 69, 70. This is the normal prices, yes.
Not expensive at all?
No, it's not expensive, no.
Well, Carlos, I'm going to take this very elegant pair of green gloves, please.
Oh, wait a moment. You see? You need cleaning your hands.
What beautiful service.
If you please. Thank you very much.
Carlos.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
With an elegant souvenir acquired, it's time for me to take my leave of this wonderful city. I've had great experiences on my long weekend. Oh, Lisbon is so beautiful. I've discovered hidden gems. How is it possible to serve 30 people from this tiny space?
With a lot of magic.
Climbed Lisbon's many hills. What a wonderful view. and marched back down again. So steep. I enjoyed a vintage tram grunting its way through narrow streets. I've fallen for the strains of fado. And those are peacocks too. Do they sing all night?
Sometimes, yes, especially at the mating season.
I've helped to make pastry.
You need a job? Can work here.
I've consumed baked egg yolk again and again. That's very good. And enjoyed food from sea, what a delicacy, and land.
It's good.
Absolutely delicious. And discovered a den of espionage.
The name's Mayor, James Mayor.
Mr. Mayor, I was expecting you. And I've raised a glass, shaken, not stirred, I assume, to those who've given me such a welcome in Lisbon. Saúde.
Saúde.